Hello, this is Bulin Tran. I'm Senior VP of Financial Solutions here at JMT Consulting. And today we're going to go through the process of importing a historical AP bill that has been fully paid. So I am going to share my screen. So here we are in Sage Intacct. So the first thing I want to do is go to company import data. This is where all the templates can be found. So I'm going to go and there's a lot of templates here, by the way. I'm going to go to the accounts payable bill. Here's the accounts payable bill. And you can download the template here. For the sake of time, I've already downloaded this template. I'm going to show you what that template looks like. There's the template. And there are lots of columns in this template. We are not going to need to use all these columns, but this template is helpful. It gives you descriptions about each of the fields, what they mean, what is required, what's not required. So it's a place to start, but I already have a template that I identify all the fields that I need. So I'm going to bring this over here. So here's my template, and it has all the fields that I need for this exercise. So here, let's just quickly go through the files here. So there's my invoice number here. So this is really the invoice, the bill number is the invoice number. I've got my vendor, and this is the vendor ID. The posting date, I've got my created date. Since it's historical, I want to make sure that reflects the historical date accordingly, and as well as my due date. So it was already paid. The total due, you indicate what the total due amount is. Since it's already paid, it's 0. What was the amount paid? That's $450 is the amount that was paid. And you want to indicate the date that it was paid. You can reference a description. There's my description. And then my line number. So this is the distribution on the bill. So I only have one expense account, and that's my account number. And then from here on to here are my dimensions. So I've completed my location dimension, my department or program dimension, and then I don't have anything for my class or project, and for me, that's okay. But if you need it for your transactions, you'll want to make sure you complete those. And then, of course, for my line item total, my line item distribution, that's the amount, and that equals to the amount that is paid. All right, so this is basically what the template looks like. I'm going to close this file, X out of this. So you know what? I'm going to save this just to make sure that this has been saved. It is saved as a CSV file format. So I'll replace that. Close my file. So now where do we import this? There are two places you can import. You could import it here. There is an import button right here for the accounts payable bill. Or you can import it in the bill screen, which is where we're going to go. We're going to go to accounts payable, my bill. And there's an import button right here. So this is where we'll import. So we wanted to reference the file that we wanted to import. There's the file. And then here it's important to indicate how you're posting this transaction. Do we want to post it to general ledger? You would post it to general ledger if this is to import an AP bill. Instead of keying it in, you want to import it in, and you want to hit the general ledger, debit to your expense and credit to accounts payable, and you would use general ledger. But in our case, we wanted to import it as a historical data, not impacting the general ledger. And in the historical data, you can import it as an open bill, meaning it's not been paid, or you can import, in my case, as a historical bill that is fully paid. So I'm going to go ahead and import this. So I've selected my historical and I've referenced my file. So I'll go ahead and import this. All right, so successfully imported. So let's take a look at our bill. I think it was what, 450. So I know that my vendor is ELT Bakery. Here we are. This is the bill that was just imported, and I'm just gonna edit it and so take a look at what this looks like. And this reflects the data that was in my spreadsheet. It's paid. We can take a look at the details of that payment. It should reflect that then what was the amount paid, the due date, and the pay date, the day that was paid. Now, this transaction did not post to the general ledger, so there's no, we would have had a tab here to show the GL for that posting. It's not here because it's historical, and we did not post it to the GL. This is the header related to that transaction, and this is my line item detail based on the information I had in my spreadsheet. Notice that I do not have I do not have an attachment here. I can, at this point, drop in my attachment if I wanted to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab an invoice and I'm just going to drag and drop it in here. There's the PDF of the bill. There's what it looks like, and it's there. So I'll go ahead and post this. So that's been posted. So if I go back here and take a look at it, I'll see there's an attachment here that I just dropped it in, and there's my bill. Now, if I were to look at a transaction that was keyed in, let's take a look at how that differ from the transaction that I just imported in. So I can just go to this transaction and now key it in. And you notice the difference is that in this transaction, I have posting details. I have posting details because I actually posted this transaction to the general ledger, whereas the one that I imported did not post it to the general ledger. So this information was not available in the other one because I did not want it to hit the general ledger. So this concludes our import process. We looked at the place where we can get the template, the under the company import data. We looked at the template and we went ahead and imported the document, and we looked at the document and we attached a PDF of that bill into that document and saved it. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much for watching this. Hopefully this was helpful to you.